Hello and welcome to Academic Papers. This is an abstract review with Roxy Ola Akuma. And basically, I'll be taking empirical scholarly abstract reviews. And this would be to just take a look at how abstracts are put together and how this can support your work when you are doing your empirical literature review for those who will be doing their theses or dissertations that require that. So depending on your institution and your department's templates, you may be required to run and explore empirical scholarly works. So taking a quick look at abstracts would help you in pulling out what is necessary or what is important or what would be relevant to your work. So as you go on this journey with me, this would help you to be able to do take a quick snapshot of what the abstract contains and immediately decide whether it will be used for your work. Now, today we'll be looking at an abstract from a study, the social media usage matter, an analysis of online practices and digital media perceptions of communication practitioners in Europe. Now, this study was done by Moreno, Navarro, Tench, and Zephers, and it was conducted in 2015. This is actually a way to cite if you are using the APA style, and this is actually one way. This work has already been published. It's a paper that was published in the Public Relations Review. So let's take a look at parts of the abstract that was done by Moreno et al. A key aspect for understanding and explaining online communication is the micro level of communication practitioners' social media usage and their general attitude towards digital platforms. So the abstract starts with an introduction, and this is very important because you want to provide just a brief background as a key part of your abstract. So we will check this and say, good, so we have an introduction. And then the objectives, have they been set? This paper investigates how public relations practitioners' personal and professional use of social media is related to their perception of social media. So this is their main objective, and we can check to say yes, this paper has an object, this abstract has an objective. And next is the methodology. The methodology is saying how. We're supposed to be asking questions how, and when it comes to the full work, under the methodology, you're supposed to be able to answer how and why you're using that. So why would be that you are justifying to say that there are other sources that have used that, but we're not looking at the main work. We're only looking at the abstract. So how was this study conducted? Now, a quantitative methodology was applied to perform this research. So they're letting us know the methodology and the research method used, okay? And then for the sample and the population, it's saying that a population of 2,710 professionals from 43 European countries working on different hierarchical levels, both in communication departments and agencies across Europe, were surveyed as part of a larger transnational online survey. So they've told us their methodology, telling us the research method. They're even telling us what their population and sample size was. How they chose the population, not so sure, but I think this also helps you know that, okay, I can take this material on. It probably may have been put in the main work, but we can check to say methodology, good. And next, findings. Of course, after the work has been done, the findings would say that the results show that practitioners with a high level of usage of social media give more importance to social media channels, influence of social media on internal and external stakeholders, and relevance of key gatekeepers and stakeholders, along with a better self-estimation of competencies. I would say that this was quite long, putting it in one sentence. It could have been broken down, but I would say that this is one of their findings. And the next thing that was put under the findings was that issues about diverse levels of overestimation of social media use, application, and importance in the professional arena are also debated. So let's take a look at parts of the abstract. So they put that, and that's where they end their findings. This was good. I would say the abstract effectively addressed the study objectives and presents a clear link between public relations practitioners' personal and professional use of social media and their perception of its importance in communication work. The objectives appear to have been met, particularly in establishing the correlation between usage patterns and evaluative attitudes and in identifying areas of overestimation in social media relevance. However, it could have been better, I think. if missing conclusions, because it's missing a conclusion, so it would have been good to say that, put a conclusion, because while the results are stated, the abstract does not conclude with a clear interpretive summary of what these findings mean for the field of public relations communication at large. So a strong conclusion should answer the question, so what? Okay, so if we say that this is what it is, findings show this, so what do you want to conclude? And then it also lacks actionable recommendations. I feel the abstract, should end by debating issues around maybe overestimation. While it ends with that, it does not convert the findings into forward-looking insights that could help and serve as professional recommendations. So because for applied fields like communication and public relations, an abstract should ideally close with a recommendation, and that would let us know that one key recommendation came from your finding. And also, I think there's an incomplete narrative flow from results to the implication, because just suddenly jumps from the result to talking about issues that are being debated. Now, a smoother outline would be first to interpret those results, then we transit to, the conclusion, recommendation, and then probably one implication. Overall, I'll say this is a beautiful one. And if it's linked to your study and you want to pull references that would support your empirical literature review, this would be one of them if you are in this field or your study is closely related to the work of Moreno. So congratulations. And we want to say that one of the key tips that you should remember when working on your own abstract should be that you should have a background or introduction, objective, method. You should be able to state your results or findings, have a conclusion, a recommendation or implication, and then if the journal is requesting keywords, you should at least include some keywords. Usually you'll be required for 5 keywords. But if the journal is saying, oh no, we don't need your keywords, we'll put a tag for you when we are done, then it's fine. So I wish you all the best as you work on your thesis and dissertation. Remember, we're here to support you. Like and subscribe to this channel. It would help us a lot to be able to put more things together. So until we come your way another time, thank you and bye.